One of the first things I want you guys to really think about from my story is that, when I was sitting in the shelter, I was doing everything they told me to do. Go every day, go out and put in applications, see if you can find someone that will hire you, just doing all of the things that they tell you to do. When you were a kid, they told you if you just went to school and you got good grades and, you came out, you would get a good job. But then you came out, you graduated, and then you got that good job, and then you realize, well, wait a minute, is this really how I'm supposed to live? I'm just, working and barely making ends meet. I'm not really building any real wealth that I can leave to my children, and definitely not to my children's children, even though God says that that's what I'm supposed to do. So is this really the life that God intended for me? Am I just supposed to be going to this job every day and then coming home, eating, sleeping, and then this is the same routine every week, week after week after week, and I'm still not really making ends meet, and I'm definitely not building any real wealth? Is this really the life that God intended for me? Because I know really deep on the inside of me that there's something else. There has to be more to life than this. There has to be, what is this abundant life that Jesus said that we were supposed to have? He came that we might have life and life more abundantly. And this that I'm experiencing right now, and all of the struggles and everything that I'm going through right now, this is not an abundant life. And so when the Lord literally spoke to me and told me that everything, Patience, that you ever needed to prosper is not out there, it's already in you, that was a wake-up call for me, because I had to realize something. Okay, I'm doing things the way that everybody says we're supposed to do it. Go and get this job, and that's going to pay your bills, and that's going to, give you the money that you need. But that really wasn't the way that God intended for me to make the money. He already had put on the inside of me something that the world needed. And if I would just learn how to monetize that thing, then it would take care of me. And he literally said, everything you need is already in you. Stop going to the world and looking for it. A job is never going to pay you what you're worth. And their job is definitely not going to make you wealthy. You're not going to build any real wealth that you can leave to the generations behind you going to someone else's job, because all you're really doing is helping them build wealth for their generation and not yours. And then another thing I really want you to think about too for my story is that I was sitting in the shelter. It could have been a situation where I could have just looked at the downside of the thing. Like some people look at the glass and see that it's half empty, and other people look at the glass and see that it's half full. So I really want you to just kind of look at your life, no matter what obstacles you have right now, no matter if you tried to start a business before and it failed. It doesn't matter what the obstacles are that are in front of you right now. You really need to look at it like this. Everything that God has ever put on the inside of you is already in there and designed to cause you to prosper. So no matter what the obstacle is, if you just realize that and really get an epiphany of that and really understand that there's no time that's too short for God to do something, because the things that he did in my life was literally done in 11 days. So within the next 90 days, there's going to be so much that we can do together. And I want you to understand that it might not be easy, just like this lady here that's trying to climb. Is going to be, whenever you're doing something that's going to change the trajectory of your life forever, the enemy's even going to try to throw things in front of you. He's even going to try to throw, like family situations and different things that would try to come up to stop you or to slow you down. You have to understand that that is strategic, okay? Because when you are trying to break out of the cycle that is designed, and the system that is designed to keep you in debt and to keep you in bondage, it's not going to be easy. But you have to make sure that you set your mind to do this thing and decide, I'm going to have this abundant life that God has for me. No matter what, no matter what comes in my way, I'm going to keep pressing. And it doesn't matter how many times I've failed before. This is not that time, because this is a new time. The Lord is doing a new thing, and I have a new partnership now. I have Patience Dean in my life, that is helping me in this process. And the same way that she did it, if God can bring her out, then he can do it for me as well.